Hello and welcome to this video tutorial. Today we're looking at the basics of animating a chart in a PowerPoint presentation. So I have a chart here inside my PowerPoint presentation and I want to animate the way that it is going to appear on the screen. So I'm going to click on the chart so it has the bounding borders around it, and I'm going up here to the Animations tab. Now the animation I want is an animation that's going to appear as the slide loads. So I want this to come in at a slower than normal pace. So we have a number of animations here, and these are the entrance ones. So these are the ones I can choose from to animate this chart as the slide appears. The emphasis ones will happen during the middle of the slide being visible, and the exit ones are going to appear as the slide disappears. Now there are also some more entrance, emphasis and exit effects that you can choose from, but I'm just going to choose one of these. So I'm going to choose fly in. And as you can see, the impact of that is that the whole chart flies in. If we were to go and have a look at the slideshow in its presentation form, it's going to be empty when I show the slide, and as soon as I click, the chart is going to appear. So we need to do a few things with this because I want it to be more animated than that. And I also don't want it to wait until I click for it to appear. So up here in the start event, I'm going to change this from on click to with previous. And that means that as soon as the slide loads, the chart is going to start loading. And as you can see, that's the impact. But I want it to do it more slowly than that as well. Here I have some effect options. Now for the fly in that I'm using here, I can choose the direction it comes from. So it can fly in from the left or the right or at angles or whatever. But I can also choose a sequence for these to appear. And you'll see that what I've got here is my categories here, and these are my series. So I can determine whether they come in by category or by series. Let's try by category. And here you can see that operations loads first, and then product development, then customer support, etc. If we choose by series, then the interns are going to come in first, and then the staff, and then the managers. Now we can slow that down even further, because what we could do is choose by element in series, and then they're going to load individually. So that all the interns are loaded, and then all the staff, and then all the managers, but one at a time. Now that's the preview we see on the screen as we're developing our slide presentation, but you do always want to check the slideshow view to make sure that what you expect to happen is going to happen. And it's not happening. You can see here that nothing is happening on the screen. I'm going to need to click for every single one of these to appear. And if that's not what I want to happen, then I don't have my animation right yet. So let's select back on the chart and let's go and fix the animation up. At this point, the easiest way to control this is to go to the animation pane. And this shows us the animation elements that we have in the animation that we're working on. Now if I select this one here and right click and go to effect options, I can see data and settings relating to this animation. And if I go to timing, you'll see, because this is the second element that's going to be animated, you can see it's on click. And that's what these little indicators here, this is a mouse button. So what's happened is that the initial grid for the chart appears as soon as the slide loads, but every single one of these pieces has to have a click, or it has to respond to a click before it appears. I don't want that to be the case. So I'm going to select on the first of the mouse operated ones and shift click on the last, so they're all selected. And you can see here that it's reading on click. So I'm going to set these to be after previous. So there will be a delay, but they're going to happen automatically. And the delay right now is nothing at all, but they're going to take half a second to come in. So let's just have a look at that, and then let's come and set a delay, because I think it's going to look better with a delay. So here you can see that they're loading automatically. There is no time in between each of them, but each one of them is taking half a second to appear. So let's go back. I still have all these elements selected here. If I didn't, I would just click on the first one, shift click on the last, so I can set them all up at once. And I'm going to increase the delay here. So I'm going to have half a second for each of these to load, but half a second between each of them loading, so we get a little bit of a breathing space. This is a timeline. You can see that there's a timer along the bottom here. So this is how long it's going to take to run, and this is a space in between. So there's the half a second here is going to be the break, and then the next one will occur, and then there's a break, etc. So let's have a look at this as it's going to appear in our presentation. I'm not clicking anything. You can see that it's running a little more slowly now because of the pause in between each of these elements appearing on the screen. So that's what this slide will look like in our presentation, but you can see that we had plenty of opportunity to customize it, but the animation pane is the best place to do that in because it just makes things a little bit easier to see. You can close the animation pane by just clicking on its button, and in the animation area, the animation pane is always going to be available to you by just clicking on animation pane. And you can compress it if you've got a lot of animations. You may want to compress it, but if you only have one, you may want to expand it so that you can see how it's going to play. If you like carefully researched content like this, clearly presented in a step-by-step format so that you can get great results every time, then you'll love my other YouTube videos. So give this video a thumbs up and click to subscribe to the channel. And on the screen now, you'll see a video that I've handpicked for you to watch next.